The first script I sold was for a television show called The New Love American Style. Not even the original Love American Style, the remake, both now long forgotten, of course. Um, they were short, like 10 minutes. They weren't even full screenplay scripts, and they didn't pay very much. But this was just as syndication was coming on board, off-network syndication, and we're getting shows like Charles in Charge and The New Gidget and The Munsters Today and New Love American Style, Rocky Road. That was the first sitcom I ever wrote on, and you never even heard of it. That's one of the reasons I got work so fast, is that there was, concurrent to my arrival, kind of an explosion. But also, I think I was doing a reasonably good job. But Michael, can I tell you a secret? I was never destined for success in that career because at that time, I simply had too much insecurity. And I want to unpack this a little bit because it's really the key to everything. I was so afraid that people were going to find out that I didn't know what I was doing, that I became impossible to be around. My insecurity was the driving force in my life. As a consequence, I was bad in the room. I was surrounded by other sitcom writers who I now understand were as insecure as I was, but they had learned the very important trick of hiding their insecurity. And I came along wearing my insecurity on my sleeve, just barfing it all over the place. And I really think that it was a threat to the people around me, to the insecurities around me. And as a consequence, I kind of got myself invited out of some of the rooms that I was in.
Yeah, and it's strange because you were getting some traction. Would you think that would aid your confidence?
Confidence is an ongoing issue,
Right.
as we know.
Right.
The outer reality conspired against me in 1998 with the Writers Guild strike, which set back a lot of people's careers and really materially hurt mine. I was on the bottom rungs of the staffing ladders at that point and had expectation of rising in the rungs of staffing, but the writers' strike kind of knocked everybody down a few rungs all the way up and down the ladder. There were fewer opportunities and fewer higher level jobs and openings, and I kind of got knocked off the bottom rungs and back down into whatever is below the rungs of the ladder. But I'm not making an excuse. This business of insecurity can be understood in a nutshell. We go through our lives fearing we're not worthy. Somewhere along the line, if we're lucky, we make the startling discovery that in fact we know we're not worthy. We're born the recipient of the gift of birth and all the other gifts we can think of. So we're playing with the house's money from the moment we arrive. Right. And all of our fears surrounding, they're going to find out I'm a fraud or I'm a phony, all of those fears can fall away. But until they fall away by revelation or study or however we mature and grow into that, then they're a block to process and they're a block to performance. They were a block to performance to me until the specific moment. I can tell you exactly when it was. I was in Australia teaching and training writers there with a bunch of sitcom heavyweights, a lot more important people than me. And at a certain break, some of the guests came up to me and said to my face, "Of all the presenters, we like you best." And I heard myself say the following words, "I'm not worthy." And when I heard myself say those words, it hit me with the absolute force of revelation, the difference between fearing you're not worthy and knowing you're not worthy. And from that day forward, it hasn't been an issue.
Right, right. Because these people are giving you affirmations for the antithesis of what you're feeling.
Yes, but the way I was processing it made me understand that I was banking on their approval. I wanted Hollywood's approval, and Hollywood didn't give it to me the way I wanted it to. That hurt me. I wanted these people's approval, and they gave it to me exactly the way I wanted them to. But it's not that it made me feel good. It's that it helped me understand that I was externalizing my need for approval, and I had to find that approval from within. That was really what it was about. Thank you for loving me, but I can't get hooked on your love because your outer validation, your external validation, is not true validation. The only true validation I can find is the validation that I signed from within.
Right.
That's kind of what I got in that time.
That's like such a common tale with everybody on planet Earth until they realize and see the matrix dripping down and go, wow, that's really what that's just amazing that, you hear that so often. But